The city of Toulon has been taken by Allied forces, and France now marches to its aid to retake it and to reunify France once and for all. This is the Siege of Toulon, fought in 1793, and this is the first battle that Napoleon distinguishes himself and gains a little bit of fame. And what happens after is history. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with another NTW 3 Battlefield today, and this is going to be an epic one. This was actually a battle that we did cover on the stream quite a few weeks ago. There's quite a few of you asking to see it in action once again. And yeah, I thought I'd show it off because we only really saw like what will happen on my side. We'll obviously cover that again, but we will obviously be showing off this awesome historical battle and seeing whether the Allied forces of the UK, Spain, and I believe we also have Piedmont here as well, will be able to recreate history. I mean, we already have a little bit of a push here by the British. We have some like light dragoons coming up here. This is actually the flank I was on. This is from the French perspective, because I actually didn't save the replay. I forgot to do so. But yeah, we do have my British army is over here on this side. I had the job of defending this town here. We do have Piedmont to my left, and then it was Spain, and then it was another Britain army over there. And these are using the Helder expedition like faction. So we do have like this weird, like this early period Britain. Which you can actually bring Russian assets, but obviously we weren't allowed to bring Russian assets for just historical reasonings. And there we go, we have a bit of a cavalry charge going in there. We have some Spanish cav trying to go in and try and maybe take out some of this infantry here. Managed to just get itself killed instead. A big fail. Yes, some pretty interesting armies here today. We do have a decent amount of cav for the French. Have like 3 units here. They then have a lot of trilliers out front, a lot of skirmishers, as the French have the objective of taking this hill here on the left. My objective was actually to hold this village here of San Cristobal and then to flank around to beat the French on my side and then flank. The objective of the Allied forces is to hold Toulon, which today is obviously being represented by Corunna, as we don't have a Toulon map, sadly, so we are using the Corunna map, but it's very, very similar in principle. Already some shots going off here, harassing my my light dragoons. So yes, so the French and the English and the Spanish, and then also Piedmont have to hold this line here, stop the French from assaulting them. If they get beaten back, they can start to retreat towards Toulon and defend there. Yeah, this map is perfect really for a Toulon scenario, because you have actually got like ships and stuff here. You got Royal Navy ships in the bay like there were in history, so it kind of makes like a really cool scenario. It's a shame that those ships can't like support. Imagine if they were able to support. That would be awesome. Get some volley fire from the batteries there on board the ships. We're gonna get some here from the British. A few shots off there. A big mass of French here. There's a lot of French troops over here. Lots of infantry. Decent amount of cav as well. Look at the columns that are going on back here. There are actually some pretty cool and actually very Napoleonic strategies that do take place in this battle. A lot of like mass formations you see in columns. Very, very cool to watch. Very cinematic. But yes, if you're enjoying NTW3 on the channel and would like to see some more historical battles and some more just generally NTW3 content, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and comment your support, and make sure you hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss out on a single historical battle or scenario. Looks like we have got there's some routing troops back here. I wonder if this is, I think there was a little bit of a skirmish earlier, but I can't see where they are, but there was some routing cav I think back here. Yeah, we've got some dragoons that tried to charge earlier. They got routed pretty quickly. Got chasseurs here. Chasseurs always looking great. One of the best looking units, that is for sure. Got their awesome looking very, very nice there in dark blue. Chasseurs, these are a very elite unit, Legion Noire. Is that the, I think Noire's like, I can't remember. I'm not very good at French, but I'm pretty sure Noire's like knight or like something like that. You know what? I'm not even going to try with my French. I studied Spanish, not French, when I was at high school. We have artillery here coming in. I think that's from the British artillery over there. I believe myself and Piedmont, we both set up some massive like a big artillery battery on this hill here, and we're just preparing. You can see here the British guns are getting ready. Yeah, but I think just behind we can see the shots going up. Yeah, Piedmont is just there firing away as well. Fire when ready. Very nice. Piedmont sending troops over as well. So yeah, the aim for me was to try and just push the French off this hill. If we could do that, then I felt like I could then hold this high ground. If you've seen Star Wars, you know that high ground is superior. And also, I felt like this army was quite isolated. The other French armies are very much over there, so I was hoping that Piedmont, Spain, and Britain could hold the line, while I, with a little element of Piedmont, could maybe then just isolate this French army, take it out, and then we could turn it quite quickly into a 4v3. My lines are starting to appear here in San Cristobal, or just to the side of it. It's French, it looks like French cavalry here, just scouting out, I guess, just trying to see where the enemy are. It seems like there's a massive cavalry over here for Britain, though. That seems like it's a bit of a worry, in my opinion, though it might be hidden. I haven't seen any cavalry there at all. Spanish cavalry we have seen some. Got some skirmishers moving up there. But yeah, nothing much really going on just yet. Got Carabiniers Apede. I've never seen these guys before. Early period Carabiniers, I see, but they look very cool. Yeah, as you can see, we are using the 1796 like France, which is the closest that we have. But they do look like they are. I imagine the French army wouldn't have changed much since 1793 in uniform, anyway. We've got a lot of cavalry battalion there. There's a solid cavalry unit. And here we go. I guess the first shot's really going off over here. I mean, only a few skirmishing shots from the Carabiniers. Still really waiting on any real action. But yes, if you want to get involved in some NTW3 scenarios and battles, feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. We have a great NTW3 community, and that's one of the places where we organize a lot of battles and a lot of scenarios. And if you want to get involved in the streams as well, it's definitely one of the best places to go. And here we go. Shots are now firing off on this hill here. Trilliers just sniping at the British, making sure that they know that the French are there. I mean, they got a very good like high ground position. You can just see like the hill that they dominate right now. I mean, like the British have got to come a long way up this hill. They are getting shot. You can see a few Brits as well dropping. But yeah, the Trilliers getting hit by artillery as well. I mean, that's not great use of the artillery. I mean, I'd be using the artillery to like focus down cav, like these dragoons over here. But yeah, lots of skirmishes here that can just keep harassing the British. And right now, the Brits are just having to sit here and take the shots. No real skirmishes to respond with. I do really like the early period Britain. I think it looks quite cool. It's just like the classic sort of redcoat look. Also like the guys like the mitre hats here, if you can like sort of see that. He looks very cool. Like it's very Grenadier like. I mean, that is what the Grenadiers wore as well. We have a little bit of a line fight going on over here. Spain actually pushes up. Line infantry here is moving up. Unfortunately, there isn't an early period Spain, so I'm having to use like the Spanish campaign for like 18. I think it's 1811 or something like that. I can't remember what Spain it is. But yeah, like a Napoleonic War Spain, which is a shame because it would be cool to use like the early period Spain. But honestly, I doubt that the Spanish have changed their army much since the 1790s to into the 1800s. If you look at like the style of uniform, they definitely hadn't, and I don't think militarily or tactics-wise they had either. That's why they were kind of overwhelmed quite a lot by the French. But the Spanish army, one thing it's got got going for it is color. They are very vibrant. They've got lots of different colors. That's not going to help them much in battle, but you know what? The style point, they're doing well. They've got all sorts of colours going on. They're making sure that it's a very colourful battle here today. Britain is now flanking around here. This is my objective. To like, well, I'm not going to go pushing straight up this hill. This will be suicide. I'm going to flank around. I'm going to try and just get around the flanks. You can see here there is a bit of a push from cavalry as well. More infantry on its way up. And we have a 4-pounder moving up as well, trying to get into the front lines here. Make sure that the British can't move up this hill. There is now also, you can see Piedmont troops as well shifting. These look like grenadiers. Then we have French cavalry battalion. They look like they're shifting back, maybe thinking that they can get in amongst the Piedmont troops over there. France is also now lining up here. It looks like we're about to see a showdown here between France and Britain. It doesn't seem like there's much going on though. We do have sappers of some sort just setting up a state climb, make sure the cav can't get through. I'm going to see artillery as well move up. This is Spanish artillery here, coming to join their British comrades here. It's actually Spanish sappers as well, setting up these those stakes. And here we go now. France is finally going to entertain the Spanish. They're going to respond with some shots in a moment, I imagine. But yes, if you want to support the channel in any other way as well, along with also joining the Discord, feel free to go and check out my merch. The link's down below in the description. And also feel free to go and check out my Instagram if you want to go and follow and just see other papal stuff that I'm getting up to in my day-to-day life. I do try and update it as much as possible. Sometimes, though, I just feel like there's nothing new going on, and it's a bit sad. But yeah, at the time that I'm like recording this, it is like really hot in the UK. It is skyrocketing. I've actually got my like curtains closed, trying to keep it as cool as possible in here. But it is like 30 plus. I forgot what it even is. I think it's like 35 degrees or something today. It's too hot is the answer. If you're a Brit and you've watched In Between Us, and you know the sketch is like, it's hot. It might be too hot. That's how it is today. We've got Piedmont and Sardinia here moving up. They're getting into lines. I would actually maybe just stretch out these columns. NTW does benefit firing in columns. I'd maybe stretch them out a little bit more, just so you can you have more guns firing. And like you can see the French doing it. They've stretched their lines out a little bit more. And yeah, Piedmont is finally doing that. It's good to see. Piedmont really has good like shooting stats. Their morale just kind of sucks. And we have a battle, another historical battle. We have the Battle of Mondovi that I'm going to cover as well shortly, which is another battle from the stream. And yeah, that one, you kind of see Piedmont's like shooting ability really come into play. Yeah, the French now firing across the line here, dueling with the Spanish. I don't even know if the Spanish are firing back. Yeah, they very much are. There we go. Very much firing back. Yeah, they're dueling across the line. Looks like France as well is just about to get into range with Britain. This Helder expedition, Britain has very good shooting stats. Melee ability, not so great, but yeah, stats is very good. I've been told. Certainly there's some very good units for that, but yeah, there's a lot of French here massing up. This is, I believe, 2 different armies that are all massing up here. And look at this, the French are getting really close. These are Legion Napoleon. We have Grenadiers, the line here as well. We have, I don't even know what this unit is, Sarudier. So that's going to be like a general, maybe. Yeah, they got really close. I don't know what they were getting so close for. Yeah, already British troops actually are taking a lot of casualties here. Yeah, look at that braking already. Taking dire hits from the artillery. That is a bit of an L. And we have a charge over here as well. We have Piedmont sitting in cavalry. They're going to go in for a charge onto this. Looks like the Legion Helvetic, which can form a square. We did have a bit of a rush up the hill as well. I think they're trying to take out the guns. Britain failing to do so. They are making progress. These guns are just, there's a lot of them, and they're all in the way, like in the way of my advance. It's going to be a bit of a problem. But I'm trying to assault where the tirailleurs are, because I was like, well, there's no lines there. The tirailleurs can't withstand a volley fight or like a gunfight, so I should be able to take them on. And they've got like random assault units just back here, like chasseurs. I'm not holding them in reserve. They should just get these guys in the front line where their holes are. For the French lines here, just still trying to just battle back both Piedmont and Britain here. Piedmont, yeah, his morale is actually starting to suck pretty quickly here. It's not looking good. They probably want to get a little bit further back, to be honest, trying to be able to use that range a little bit more effectively, and that a bit more like accuracy that they have over the French. Because I mean, being closer surely just benefiting the French. because it's allowing their accuracy to be improved greatly. French here, though, are starting to retreat. The guns are starting to become open. You see here, I'm starting to rout some French units. The guns are now open for a charge if I feel like the need is there to charge them. Back over on the other side, what is going on here? We are seeing a bit of a push. French cavalry, French dragoons coming up. They're trying to go for the British guns here, but there are dragoons that are now coming up to intercept them. So we have a bit of a dragoon versus dragoon fight here. Yep, French and British cav clashing. Both sides look like they're fairly even. Combat and losing is the dragoons here, so they may be pushed back. We have another chasseur unit coming up here. Looks like that was going to make a push for the Spanish guns. Artillery here is just busily firing while there's a cavalry fight going on in front of it. You madmen. I would possibly think about retreating this artillery though as well. Like, there is a lot of infantry now pushing forward here. We are seeing big columns. And there you go. The British cav actually did break. And the dragoons are going to be able to carry on into the guns. They're going to lead the way. They will be exhausted. They'll be very tired, but in they go. And look at that. That is just, yeah. The shots going off, breaking the dragoons. They might in fact break this infantry as well. But the artillery is going to be probably overwhelmed here. I don't know. The French are getting pushed back in a few areas here. They are, this first assault, very much being held back. We've got Spanish troops going in to melee. This is like sappers. They got routed their troops instantly. You have cavalry as well that are now pushing in. And they broke instantly. My gosh. The first wave of the French has been defeated. But look at this. The Brits are retreating. I think they're going to abandon their guns. They're actually going to send in the artillery to slow these guys down. I honestly think they were fine where they were. The French can get this close. It's fine. The Brits just need to keep firing. That's what the Brits are good at. Look at the morale over here that they're doing. The morale damage is pretty damn nasty. They keep that up. I think, honestly, they shouldn't have retreated here. They should have just stood their ground. I mean, it looks like they're repositioning. Just giving a little bit more ground. Spanish actually charging in more infantry as well. This is these sappers. Again, they're going in for round 2. Look like they might break that unit. Yep, look at that. They're doing well. They're holding these guys back for now. They've just got more mass columns in other areas, so we need to keep an eye on them. And there's a massive cavalry here that's getting prepared. The cavalry battalier is what I was trying to say. Back over on the hill, Britain is now making big pushes here. As you can see, we have lots of cav coming up as well. There's Piedmont and British cav here rushing forward. They're going to go in for the lines. These lines, they can't form square. And there's also guns up here as well. I was just telling my ally, rush for the guns, get in for the guns. Take those, we take the hill. They don't have enough. I realized quite quickly they didn't have enough line infantry to stop all mine. So I was like, we just need to get in there, get close. Take out their cav as well. The most important thing is to take out cav and artillery. Take those two out on this hill, we win. Routing more infantry here. The cavalry, though, is coming in to try and stop them. French here just busily just going to keep firing in lines. In fact, even flanking here. Don't know why Piedmont's not altered his line. He really needs to. He needs to retreat his line so he just can get another so he can just deal with this unit here. But as you can see, massive rout going on this side here. Doing a really good job managing to rout a lot of troops here, including cavalry. Managed to rout a lot of this cavalry battalion. Routing these light infantry, these trilliers here, no surprise there. I mean, they are fighting like huge mass units here. This is a bit of a mistake by me. I turned this unit. I feel like I must have been trying to turn both, but yeah, don't know why I just turned this unit when I should be firing at the chasseurs in front of it. Very strange. There was a lot going on. I might have just been microing elsewhere or looking elsewhere. Back over on the other side, yeah, the French push is now beginning. This is what I feared. Is the French getting the British into combat. This is not what the British want. Their morale for France is not looking great. It's going to allow other units to get into combat, and this is the problem. Good charge here. Could set the British back.
Our men are running, sir.
And there you go, breaking more troops, which is good to see. They need to keep this up. So we've got grenadiers here that are going into combat of the British. These will be hard to beat for France. You can see Britain's actually giving ground. I mean, there is cavalry coming forward. I don't know if its men can form square. There's British cavalry lost and French cavalry now coming up. Whether Britain could have got off a volley or two to try and stop this cavalry, I don't know. It's like standing your ground is probably better than trying to retreat like this and run away from cavalry. You're going to get outmatched by cavalry. You can see they're forming square. He should have tried to form square where he could and just hope that he could break this cavalry. You can see here the mass charge is coming. Infantry just pushing forward, and yeah, look at this. I mean, he's been broken on this flank here. And now he's being flanked by Jean-Mathieu Cerulier. You see a unit here forming square. This is becoming like an isolated island of resistance. As Britain is now getting forced back, his grenadiers are holding the line. But just for now, the Spanish cav here also pushing forward, trying to help, but it's a little too late. Battle for Toulon fights on. But yeah, this was Napoleon's like first victory. Comes here, helps take command of like the artillery. And then eventually the entire siege, and he helps retake it, and he gains quite a bit of distinction for that. Yeah, the line going in there. That's almost sounded like when they charged it. It sounded like an aircraft taking off or something like that. It was very weird. This entire British flank though here on this left side, the British left, is now broken though. It's in real trouble.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest away.
If I was Britain, I'd retreat their entire army. Yeah, get these guys back as well. Spain's gonna have to start thinking about pulling back as well. Spain's had quite a quiet time here in the centre. Not really had much to do. Just had a few musket volleys here going on. The same again with Piedmont. They're not really having to deal with much. They're really helping up here, which they've now actually withdrawn their assistance. It's now just the British up here on this hill, and the French are re-rallying. It should be a fairly even fight. Got a decent amount of dragoons left still alive. That's what we need. Cavalry is very key, late game especially. And worrying sign is that the coalition forces on this side don't have too much, and the only cavalry they do have is Spanish cav, which does vary in quality. As you can see here, a lot of French forces now pushing forward. There's just not enough Brits to hold these guys back. I wonder if they stood their ground, whether they could have just stopped the initial charges, or at least routed them. They may have been able to stop them. I don't know. It's hard to say. Certainly that first wave they really effectively stopped. The second wave I feel like they could have as well. And maybe once this flank over here was broken, they just knew they weren't going to be able to hold.
We have killed their
general has been killed.
Now,
so I'm going to presume that's Britain's general has been killed there. So that is not going to help at all. Yep, that is Britain's general dead. That's not going to help at all with morale. As you can see the French setting up, they're going to probably fire a few volleys. Make sure these Brits are running for their lives. But as you can see here, this is a worrying concern. There is actually cavalry battalion in behind. And this is going to get in behind and get the Spanish cav here. And if the Spanish cav loses, which it has, then these the British troops here could be encircled. Cavalry battalion, they are combat winning. They are winning. This is a bad sign. Yeah, the French is firing here again, just doing a bit of morale damage. These British troops are really suffering on their morale. The Spanish cav as well. Against the French cav, doing very, very poor job at the moment. They are getting beaten back. Yeah, there you go. They are gone. And now there's a lot of British lines here that could just get swamped by French cav. In they go. I mean, they're just going to have to touch these units. Yeah, they just touch and they break them. Like, they don't even need to get close. And there's just the effect of lots of troops routing around them is just causing more British troops to rout. And it's a painful cycle. Look at this. Yeah, they're just going to rout most of these units. I don't think they'll get to the other ones yet. Yeah, this cavalry battalion can just run down these guys. Make sure they don't return. And yeah, the French really now pushing hard here. And once they've done that, they can start to then just flank around. You can see Spain already starting to retreat. He knows that he's in an indefensible position now. At this point, I was getting calls to retreat. And I started to do so. But then the French started to make an offensive on me. So I I feel like I have to stand my ground, and I actually am losing a decent amount of lines now. I was like, this is not good. I need to reform my lines. Need to regather up. Yeah, French lines are returning, which is a bit of a concern. We do scare off the French that try to be aggressive. Their infantry doesn't seem that great. Just does not seem like they can bring a lot. Maybe they just bring a lot of the troop stuff, but yeah, this does not seem that great. So this is a big unit here. This is a 202-man unit. It's Paul Grenier. This is probably their general. He's just standing there waiting. He's 200 odd men here. He's got to fight the battle. Kill that unit off, this kills his army off. His morale would shatter. Over on this side, Piedmont actually started a really daring assault, and this was definitely not the right time. With like the French being so aggressive on the far side, this is not the time for Piedmont to try and swivel the French. Though there is very few French here, it's definitely worth a try. The losing the cav fight, yeah, that's a massive loss there. These royal cravats, I think they are. They just annihilate the Piedmont cav. And there's more French cav in behind, and Piedmont here has just got himself into a whole mess. We have actually all the British troops up here. These look like British guards, some sort of British grenadiers. They're being set up as well. Yeah, Piedmont got himself into a right old mess there. We actually have some carabineers over here just coming over to help harass. And Piedmont needs to get back down the road and just get the hell out of here. So there is now French cav in behind the British troops here. There is still British cav lingering around as well. Yeah, the British army looking a lot more replenished. I was at this point getting a little bit concerned. But yes, as you can see over here, I mean the French lines, the French columns, they are just storming on by. They're just going to march onto Toulon. They're ignoring the Spanish at this point. And there we go, more routed Spaniards there by cav. Then these guys get off a volley, send the cav packing. The problem with the Spanish is that a lot of their troops cannot form square, which is a real problem. French are now dueling with the Spanish. The Spanish are now becoming the main focus of the French attack. The British have been all but routed at this point. Yeah, there's like one British infantry unit left. It's a sad little sight there. British forces just getting overwhelmed. The cav push over here, trying to take out the Legion Helvetic. That failed because they could form square, and then the dragoons came in. It's a bit of a waste by a cavalry unit there, in all honesty. And at this point, when I saw this cav unit here break, I was like, I need to get out of here. I'm now on the back foot. The French here probably could have been defeated if I can persisted. I at this point was like, yep, I'm gonna retreat. Maybe it would have been quicker and better to have the remaining Sardinian support, but I was like, well, he's gonna need it over here soon because he's got his own army to fight. But it didn't seem like he did. Sardinia's really, or Piedmont and Sardinia is really not hard to fight much, if anything. British troops have returned over here, or they've just reappeared, I think, actually. So he wasn't just down to one unit. He's got a few more than that, but yeah, not much. You can see columns are coming in. Can the British get off a volley? No, it seems not. So they're going to charge straight in. They're going to rout those Brits you imagine. The morale is just not looking great. I mean, this unit here is on red morale, and it's not even being engaged by any units. They're just busily shooting at other guys. Yeah, there you go. Morale is just... Like I said, when the Brits even did a combat with the Helder expedition, they don't do so great. Morale though for both sides actually not looking great. There you go, the French get in there and they rout this British unit here. And that causes the other one to break. And yeah, here you go. Now starts the painful cycle once again. Cavalry battalion, they're exhausted, but they don't care. They just charge on in. Armory's been captured by the Allies. A good thing to see, but yeah, here we go. Cavalry battalion, they're going to get in. And yeah, this is going to be the destruction of the British left or the Allied left. And now the road to Toulon is open. And there you go, the British line, it just disintegrates there. And the French can now flank. They can now just get around the back of the Spanish. They just need to just get their march on. And the French in front just need to keep the pressure on the Spanish, and then that's the next army they can catch. I'm not quite sure where Piedmont's army is. I think it's somewhere around here. As you can see, I have retreated right to the bottom of this hill, really. Still making a resistance on this part, but yeah. Down here, I've retreated right up to San Cristobal. I mean, I am holding the buildings here. Trying to do my bit. Got some infantry, some like grenadiers. They're just gonna retreat. I am gonna try and hold San Cristobal and try and hold this flank. Because it didn't. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna get back to Toulon before the French do, because they can just cut me off. They are very close. So at this point, I was like, well, there's no way I'm getting back unless I fight through them. And then I'm also, while I'm trying to fight through the French one side, I'm gonna get harassed by the French army I've been fighting all day. So I was like, very well then, do what I can. But yeah, French cav comes in here. I must have been not paying attention.
Our men are running.
They actually charge in and they get a charge off of me, and I wasn't able to form square with the infantry units that could form square. So yeah, this British infantry here can just get absolutely annihilated. This charge to the back, and they didn't like that at all. I was like, God damn it, what was I doing? And yeah, my other units around it start to lose a little bit of morale. It's starting to get a bit shaky. But yeah, this is a big mistake by me. Really should have been paying more attention. You can see now I finally sent in my dragoons. I was like, oh, God damn it, I could have done with those 2 infantry units. And he still managed to get dragoons out of there. Well, I thought he got them out of there alive. Just about killed them, which is good to see. And then I was thinking, do I countercharge now? But I was like, no, I need this cavalry unit. There's more French cav sniffing about. My infantry can do enough damage to these French guys still. And I still have some solid grenadiers and guards in this village that are still yet to be used. So I was like, right, we'll use them when we get the chance. But yeah, that one mistake there really put me on the back foot. And also just retreating. I mean, you can see the hill like I've been fighting over. My gosh. Brutal. There's a lot of dead bodies up here. A lot of Brits, a lot of Piedmont, a lot of French. So that's carrying on there. Yeah, Piedmont's army now appearing out of the fog. So now actually trying to retreat with Spain. Looks like back towards Toulon, but I don't think Spain or Piedmont is going to get there in time. You can see the French are just powering through right now. I mean, they seem like they're farming a little bit on these British troops. Yeah, the Spanish, they are not going to get back either. I don't know where they're thinking of retreating to. Maybe this village up here. And then maybe hoping that they can get on a road to Toulon. But it's asking a lot of the Spanish. It is. So I think at this point, maybe I gave the call for all Allied troops to retreat on my position. Because this is the only position we were holding. And now with my artillery I'm setting up here. I've not really used my artillery that much this game. Bit of a waste. But I'm going to get into the front lines here. The French are getting close, and I was like, right, now's the time to get this boy firing. So I was hoping that maybe we could break through this French line and then get onto this hill, and then just use this hill as a defense, as the French did against us, and then we could maybe make some sort of stand. If we could get all the Allied troops out of here alive, then we would have a chance against these French forces, perhaps, but it's very unlikely.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
I mean, that is one of the positives, is that the French are very fatigued, so they are like flagging at this point. While the Allied troops are a bit fresh, certainly the Piedmonts, I don't think have done much marching. Might have done a lot of marching up and down a hill, and that's about it. Need to get firing, boys. Got some grenadiers here in the line.
Our men are running, sir.
What is going on? Oh, the British hold this house over here way on the left-hand side. So the French have got like a few units just with a job of taking that. Got the Legion Helvetic here, and then we've also got like a few infantry units here turning around. We've got Grenadiers, the line, and we've got a Legion Polonaise. So that's like the Polish Legion of the Danube. But yeah, the British holding on there, just making themselves a little bit of a pain. Cavalry charge coming in. Oh, that was unfortunate. There's Legion Helvetic here just at the right time, at the right moment, forming square. Really well done there. Hopefully this cavalry gets out of here alive, because this is a good cav. Need to keep these bad boys alive. So at this point I was like, they're forming square. Well, I'll just shoot them as they form square. So hopefully we can get a volley off here. Don't know why it's just slightly juddering at this point. I don't know what it is with the replay, but yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. Hopefully it sorts itself out. Artillery here, though, is battering away at the French lines ahead of me. So at this point, I was just trying to kill the infantry in front of me. We have a building being captured, so that's the armory all the way that we just showed, all the way over there being captured by the French. You can see the Spanish are in full retreat still. All they've been doing, it seems, this battle is retreating. Light infantry here moving up. But yeah, the constant lines of the French here. I mean, the Spanish just about match them in length at the moment, but then there's like this whole wing round here that can just come into play. There's still plenty of dragoons still in the fight. And like I said, the problem with the coalition at the moment is a lack of cav. Yeah, like I said, I do apologize. I don't know why it's starting to judder at this point. It was like right at the end of the battle, when there is like very few men left. This is the time when it'd be surely least likely, because there's not much going on. Well, there's not much men to like fight, basically. Yeah, PM on here, bringing up troops, coming to fight side by side with the British once again. There's French cav in the back lines here, so I was very much aware of this. Cavalry battalion here, just patiently waiting for the opportunity to get into my my rear lines. I'm pretty sure I had some cavs still loitering here, waiting. British infantry, though, is taking an absolute pounding here. Morale is not looking great. Shot going off there, hitting a lot of light dragoons. I think that was artillery. I'm not entirely sure whose artillery. I'm hearing cavalry now dying over here somewhere. Oh yeah, the Spanish here have been caught. They've been caught by the French columns and they're running. Just see the angry Frenchmen chasing with bayonets. And the Spanish start to break. And yeah, this is not looking good. We've got chasseurs over here as well. Chasseurs with these Spanish lights. The Spanish light cav is running. Oh. It's not doing any good for the Spanish morale, that is for sure, seeing their cavalry break like this. Spain is now going to form some sort of a rear guard. Piedmont is over here with me on the other side. I guess it's still a rear guard. This is the guard unit here. I don't know where its icon's gone. I think it's still... Oh, there you go. And there you go. The British cav has been routed. And the French cavalry battalion is now able to freely roam. And at that point, I broke Paul Grenier here. Broke his general. And I was like, I should have, if I'd known that was his general, I should have done pushed on. Could have gone up that hill, for sure, but there's cavalry in the back lines I guess I was worried about. We actually have French infantry as well charging down here, taking out the retreating and defeated Piedmont troops to make sure they're gone. And also with that charge means that Piedmont has to retreat as well. But yeah, the British lines at this point very small, very depleted. They've been fighting all day. And I was just trying to reposition my artillery, constantly trying to get into a good position. Let's check Piedmont's troops in this house here. I get grenadiers and then make them hold that building for as long as possible. Don't know why these guys are still in square, but they are. They need to get out of it. Maybe the cavalry there ahead of them. But again, Piedmont here needs to retreat. He's about to get flanked by the French here. He needs to get his troops out of here. Micro is required there. We actually have a general. This is a Spanish general here, and he's under threat. There is dragoons looking to take him out. And here we go. The Spanish general is under threat. Is he going to get killed? Can the Spanish infantry save him? I don't know. The Spanish infantry, to be honest, just got charged. And these are Spanish troops that are kitted out in British uniform. You can't realise. Looking very cursed. There you go. I think. Oh, it's not a Spanish general. I think it's Piedmont's actually.
Our men are running, sir.
Piedmont's general's broken, not Spain. Sorry. So now Piedmont's out without a general, and we've lost the British army. So it doesn't really matter about their general being lost as well. But yeah, Piedmont now without a general, and they've got a fairly healthy army. Because they've not done well. I'd say they've got fairly healthy. It's not that healthy actually. They haven't got much left. And the French over here, they're just busily holding on. His pullback. Paul is back. Good on him. But yeah, Spain actually is now taking up the mantle of assaulting this way, it seems. He's like, I don't want to deal with these Spanish troops over here. They've been harassing me all day. Give me someone else. But here we go. Cavalry going in. He's going to form square just at the right moment. Well done there by Piedmont. Should break that. Might even break that cavalry retaliate. Oh, if he gets a volley off now. Get a volley off, boys. Break this cav. We need to break it quick. No, not. That would have been a perfect time to do it.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Yeah, Spain pushing forward here. I really need to push forward and support him. So we're going to try and take this hill from them, but we need to do it now. It's just a battle for survival, really, for the coalition. You can see there's still plenty of French lines arriving, and they're all just marching down this road. They're going to just keep on flanking. Piedmont here really getting caught out. I mean, his lines are just starting to crumble. Morale is not great. With a lack of general, and also I believe Piedmont's general morale is just not great anyway. Look at this, everyone wearing the same style hat. Very cool. It's like everyone got the dress code, the correct dress code. Look at this, again, France retreating back up this hill. This is just like tug of war it was on this front here. So many dead on this hill, and like from multiple different pushes. And now he's going to retreat up that hill, and we're going to have to assault it again. Here we go, big infantry push. Looks like it's getting ready though. We've got light infantry here massing. They're going to try and break through this, this Spanish line. I love it when the officer fires a little like pistol. It just sounds like a pop gun going off or something. We actually have, oh no, why have they got two Sardine units stood on top of each other? This is not a good idea. Two Sardine, I mean, just gonna break one or the other, or both, from friendly fire. Like this unit here is low on morale. Carabiners broke instantly, no surprise there. Carabiners going in there, breaking as well. no surprise. They are just skirmishers being charged in. But I guess they cover the assault as the main French line's now going over here. Spanish. They haven't fared so well in combat yet. You can see they're not doing too great. Morale's been low. I'm about to see a French cavalry and dragoon unit here and behind. You could just pick off any of these infantry units here, or you could go for the guns. You could go for any of these, really. Line infantry here. Yeah, in they go. They're going to squish the Spanish unit here. And break it just like that. And look at that, a big break. Now the Spanish like rear is gone. The Spanish still pushing on this flank here. They are actually making ground. Though they lost this flank here, now that's going to be a problem. The French led Paul Grenier here is pushing down. Spanish, yeah, really don't like to fight. Spain really does not like to fight in melee. It's just melee, so that's just not good. Not good at all. French might lose this one though. Morale is not looking good for them, for their troops here. Yeah, they actually broke that one, the Spanish. So good on them there. Can they take out Paul Grenier here once again? He did rout once. He might rout again. Julia is going into combat. You know what? I wouldn't put it past them to rout the Spanish. Yeah, look at this. Morale is just not looking good right now. There's cav over here now as well. It's just all gone to pot. Big last push there by the French just help break through. They were able to just break the Spanish line, flank around, and Piedmont just stood there and watched his army die. Got another Paul Grenier over here. He's got a doppelganger. He's got an identical twin that he never knew about. And at this point, it's just kind of like shuffling, just trying to find where we can hide troops, where we can keep them alive. Still got artillery over here. I don't know if this is Piedmont's artillery. I don't know if it's actually... I think that's routed. I'm not sure. But yeah, got a general here. Just going to keep them alive. Artillery as well, trying to get that... keep that alive. It's just, yeah. It's an impossible job. Now just defending San Cristobal. The last Piedmont troops are in this building. Hopefully they're grenadiers. It seems like they're going to hold for now. Kicking out the French. Oh, they only said in carabineers. It's not exactly the hardest. The most difficult troops in the world. We've got French cav going in now. I think that's actually taking out my artillery. Yeah, you can see them trying to harass. They actually routed the artillery anyway. Grenadiers here, they broke. Unfortunately, I think I was trying to get them to form square, but yeah, not looking good now. I don't know why it's getting a little bit laggy now. I do apologize. Cavalier Battalier engaged here. I'm trying to get my infantry, I don't know, to form square or what. Mercifully, actually, the cavalry retreats there, which actually saves his infantry for now, but what does it matter? All is lost. History is going to be recreated.
Now they must break.
We killed, that was Spain's general, now gone. Weirdly dismounted, but there you go. Yeah, Toulon is going to be retaken, as it was in history. Napoleon is going to have a stellar career, as he did in history. And it all came about because of his victory at Toulon. And yeah, the final three, like, a couple of British units here are holding on. And there you go, a glorious victory is soon to be France's here. They just got to hold on for a little moment longer. Britain here, somehow we would have to try and pull off a miracle. What are they going to do? Their general's still alive. Infantry here breaks. And their unit breaks here as well. I still have my guards here. I don't know what they're firing on, but they're firing on something that you just get back, try and defend this house where we're still holding on.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest in light.
I think I've got grenadiers in there or something. General over here is actually broken. I think I was trying to get him inside the square. He did in fact break when I was trying to do that. So down to just the guards left. And in go the French. They're going to try and bring these guards the old-fashioned way with the bayonet. Look at that. They actually broke through the entire square. They just pushed it back. That's not how a square works. You're not supposed to do that. To be fair though, if you did charge in a mass like that in a column, you would probably break through a very thin line like that. But you can see morale not looking great for the French. These guards don't give up. They're good. They're the elites. See, look at this French mercifully just gunning down everything here. You've got Cav as well here, just cutting down the M1 troops. Brutal, just farming at the moment. And it's not looking good here now for the British. They may have broken one unit, but morale's not looking great. Can they kick out these other Frenchies? I don't know. I mean, if the Cav wanted to, but it's busy farming. There's Cav that could have just rear charged over here and they could have routed that this British unit, but chose not to. They're still fighting in this building as well. There's like 5 different units in here, and they're finally going to kick out the British just about. Looks like the British might win this fight as well. France is losing slightly, and there you go. They lost so much that they decided to retreat. Didn't even bother to just wait until they got routed. They're like, nah, we're just going to retreat. I think they're going to just turn around in a minute and they're just going to put a few volleys into them. Oh, maybe not. They just routed. Wow. Chasseurs here, they're going to fight on. I think the guards can beat these guys. Really, the French just need a cav unit. Just charge the cav unit and they can take this guy out. Building here though, it's finally given in. Finally the building's given in. It's now just the British guards that remain. My general's been killed, and there you go. With the general death, the guards finally break and they accept defeat. And that is today's battle, I believe. I believe there's nothing else. And yeah, unfortunately we did lose. I personally felt like I had a pretty good game. I nearly got to 1,000 kills as they held the expedition. And Richard Lionheart had a rough game. He was the other British army getting nearly 800 kills, but yeah, he did get about a 2v1, so it was really unfortunate for him. Dalton playing as a Spanish, nearly getting 1,000 kills as well, and Cyrus getting just over 500 as Piedmont. Yeah, really didn't get into the fight at all. Didn't seem to be dragged this way and that, and didn't really fight anyone. Well done to Johnny, to Sniper, Jacques, and the Anatolian who were playing as the French. This replay was from Johnny's perspective, nearly getting 2,000 kills. Jacques nearly also getting 2,000 kills, and Sniper and the Anatolian getting about 1,400 each. Yeah, Johnny's like carry battalion over 400 kills. He has a line infantry with 240, nearly 200 kills with the grenadiers here. Yeah, dragoons with 135. I think this is general here, Jean-Mathieu Serurier, 124 kills. Probably butchered his name, but there you go. Carry Battalion with 69 kills, the funny number. But he has some pretty solid kills there. Actually, no, his general is, of course, Napoleon Bonaparte, of course. How could I forget? But there you go, guys. There is the battle today. I hope you did enjoy. If you do want to see more historical battles, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and comment your support. Feel free to go and check out my Discord as well. And there you go, the Battle of Toulon, won by the French, history recreated, and the English have been kicked out of France. Until next time, guys, I'll see you then.